In ancient Egypt, they valued afterlife because it was part of their belief system.
Hello, fellow students. I personally invite you to come and visit ancient Egypt. Specifically, I invite you to the religion of the ancient Egyptians. Religion was very important to the Egyptians. It was strongly influenced by tradition. They believed in divine kingship. The belief of the pharaoh is not just a king, but also a god. Egyptians were polytheistic, many gods. They had 700 different gods. One of the most famous and coolest aspects of ancient Egypt's religion is mummification. They believed in the physical body had to be preserved to allow a place for their spirit to dwell in the afterlife. First, the body is purified, then the liver, lungs, stomach, intestines are pulled out, except for the heart, because it's held in the afterlife. All parts of the body are wrapped in linen and put back into the body. First, the head and neck are wrapped in linen, then the fingers and toes are individually wrapped. Arms and legs are separately wrapped. Charms are wrapped in between the layers for protection in the underworld afterlife. The body is covered and stuffed with a salt solution and then is oiled to keep the skin elastic and lifelike.
There's over 83,000 works of art from ancient Egypt. Two of the most famous works of art were the pyramids and the temples. The pyramids were built in the 4th dynasty and are located 8 kilometers into the desert. There have been 138 pyramids discovered. The temples were built for the official worships of the gods in honor of the pharaohs. They were often meant as places for the gods to reside on earth. An example of a specific temple is the Temple of Luxor, which was built by King Amenhotep III and was dedicated to Amun-Re. Luxor was founded in 14,000 BC and was built with sandstone, so it would last forever.
Ancient Egyptians believed that writing was invented by the god Thoth. This ancient Egyptian system of writing is called hieroglyphics. The word hieroglyphic comes from the Greek word hieros, sacred, and the word glypho, inscriptions. It is a combination of picture writing and some letters. The earliest known example of writing has been dated back to 3400 BC. Hieroglyphics were first used for the formal inscriptions on walls of religious temples and tombs. When a ruler or pharaoh died, their life and history was written in hieroglyphics on the inside of their tomb. This proves to us how important their lives were and how much the ancient Egyptians valued their afterlife.
After the Emperor Theodosius ordered the closure of all pagan temples throughout the Roman Empire in the late 4th century AD, all translation information relating to hieroglyphics was lost. Many people attempted to decipher the Egyptian scripts.
Hieroglyphics were found on a stone called Rosetta Stone. Because there was Greek writing on the stone, Western scholars were able to understand what was intended by the hieroglyphics.
Pharaohs are the highest power in the Egyptian social class. When a pharaoh would pass away, it would largely impact society. When they were buried, they would be put into a tomb, and this tomb would be thought of as their new home. All of their personal belongings would be buried with them, including jewelry, clothing, and more. Most of the time, their servants were left in the tomb, but in another chamber, so they could take care of them in the afterlife. It took usually about 3 months to bury the pharaoh in his tomb in the Valley of the Kings on the West Bank. This took so long because of the 70-day period when the pharaoh's body was soaking in natron, a type of salt that is a primary part of the mummification process.